please excuse me. I have been at home all day. I think I showered, but I look horrific. But anyway, I have just been chatting to one of the team, and I know so many people will relate to this, is that I was saying about like showing up regularly, you know, putting the posts up, putting the things in your stories, doing the little videos. And I know it can feel overwhelming. I know, because it does for me too. You know, I have, I don't think I've not been as consistent with my little videos saying I drink my little berry shots in the morning. And sometimes it can feel like you're saying the same thing over and over again. And you're like, God, I'm bored of saying this. I know that, I do it too. But the reason that I push through that is because, yes, it can sometimes feel overwhelming. You can sit there and you're thinking to yourself, God, yeah, I've got this to do, this to do, this to do, and all these other things in your life, and all these things cracking off. Like, I've just got back from a holiday. I'm going on another holiday. We've sold a house. We're buying a house. I've got like all that stuff going on, and kids obviously at home. So life is overwhelming. But the reason I push through and go, no, make sure you put that post on, Mel. Make sure you put something in your stories, even if it's just like the pictures that we've got, is because, yes, it can feel overwhelming to like put things up and like, you know, oh, it's another thing to do each day. But the reason I push through is because for me, it's more overwhelming. The reality of, if I don't do that, then I'd have to get a job, or I'd have to do this, or I'd have to do that, or I wouldn't have as much money coming in. And so even though it can feel like, here we go again, put another post up, like, and just finding that time, but it is a case of minutes. And I know everything's like, oh, there's a few minutes here and there's a few minutes there, and those minutes add up. But if you focus on why you're doing it, and I did a really emotional video the other day, saying like, you know, I just want, like, I was in a really bad place, obviously, previously, and now I want success. I want my kids to be proud of me. And so that drives me, I think. So please do make sure that you know why you want to do this. Why do you want to achieve this? What will that income mean to you? What will it mean to you that actually you can have an income that is flexible and that is not beholden to somebody else, is not reliant upon, you know, somebody else going, oh, I'll pay you now, or whatever. And so that, like, remember why you want to do this. And the chances are it's because you want freedom, you want flexibility, and you want that flexibility probably for your family, and you want it for yourself. And so whilst it can feel overwhelming to put something on your stories, like 5 days a week, for example, you know, there's days you'll miss, obviously. But if you do those, and I was saying like the 90-day challenge that Paulina's doing, which is in the Telegram chat, those little tasks actually are really like, start with those tasks, go in and go, right, it says for me to share like why I love the products. You don't need to necessarily, it says to do a video where you're talking, you don't necessarily have to do that. Get a video of the product, or get a video of just like as you're walking down the street, and just add the text to it, or just take a photo. Even if you don't want to do a video, videos are great, obviously, because you get more visibility on them. But just take a photo of something, like in your house, like the view out your door, whatever, and just say, I love these products because they do this. And I love this opportunity because it's giving me the opportunity for flexibility of time. And so keep it really, really simple, and just repeat saying those things, and 100% focus on the reason you are doing this is because you are finding something overwhelming. So whether that's like the thought of getting like, if you have like, oh, I couldn't get a job doing this because I've got these commitments, focus on that, because if you are focused on, so if you're able to have that flexibility and to have that income, then what will that mean to you? And then what will happen is that you'll see lots. So think of the light at the end of the tunnel, I guess is what I'm saying, is think of what am I doing this for? What does good look like? Write it down. Like, why are you doing this? I want to be at home. I want flexible working because, and if you don't have the flexible working for that thing, that will be really overwhelming, because you'll have to do something else to bring in an income, because we need income. So it can feel overwhelming. I get that. As I say, I feel it too. It's not me sitting here saying, you know, I never feel overwhelmed. I just do. I don't, you know, I show up regularly. And I'm sure, I know a lot of people probably think that I make it look easy to do that, and that like my life's all swimmingly in the background, and like I just show up and like do my little drink in the morning, or put a post on of the results photos, because, you know, my life's all put together and, you know, there's no drama or no, you know, chaos in the background. But that, of course, there's chaos in my background. Like, there's absolutely tons of chaos. I've got 2 teenagers. Like, I've got a dog that constantly wants to, like, feed in and all the rest of it. So we all have that chaos. And I know some people have it more than others. So I'm not disputing that at all. But it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It isn't easy for me to do that. But I do it. And I'm not perfect. Like, there's that 90-day challenge, and I haven't done all the challenges. I've shared that with you guys. Like, I've made a note of it so I can go back and be like, right, that's a great idea. Because they're great ideas in that 90-day challenge. And if you're going in there and you're looking at it and it says, post something in your stories about, what was the one the other day? If you're a superhero, what power would you have? Like, that takes 2 seconds to put in your stories. But that's the 90-day challenges. And you know what? When you do those, and even if you don't do it every single day, if you do that like 3, 4, 5 times a week, and then like you have days where you maybe catch up and you'll go, well, I'll put that in my stories and I'll put that in my posts and I'll do the messaging in the background as well. And if you're doing that a few times a week, then it will really, you will see those rewards. And whilst it feels overwhelming because of the chaos in our lives, actually you're working towards things not being so overwhelming. And there always has to be that pain point. There always has to be. If anybody is successful in any business or in any kind of work, to get to where they want to, there's a pain point where they have to do things when it feels harder to do it, because you have got all the million things going on. Like, I would love I'm going to get a cleaner. That's next on my list of things to do. And so I know that if I put the work in now and I do those things that feel hard, I'll get my cleaner and then life will be easier. But I've got to go through that pain point where it feels like there's 1,000,001 things to do. And can I do this one other thing? Well, if you do that one other thing, that can then, in 3, 6, 9, 12 months time, your life can be completely transformed, and you've not got the pain points that you've got now that you're trying to struggle with. So I hope that helps today, guys. Have a good day.